Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh, wow. Good morning, everyone. Let's see. Sorry, it's a little crooked. I'm going to fix myself here. Participants. There we go. All right. See how this is looking. Getting set up. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Why is this so crooked? There we go, that's better. All righty. There's my yoga mat. That's solid. All right, right on the money, 9:30 in celebration of the Halloween 5K. I'm like, I'm sporting all my Halloween 5K gear from yesterday. So if you were there, it was a cold one and then it warmed up in the afternoon, but it's freezing in the morning. But hopefully you had fun if you were there. And then, yeah, good times had, money raised for the college students of Moraine, as it's a fundraiser for that. So if you didn't participate, no worries, but we'll stretch it out today. We will flow through our Vinyasa style yoga. Full hour here. Remember, be mindful of what you need today. I'm focusing on letting go of ego. That's kind of my new kind of mantra of life right now. And just being in the moment, what feels good to the body, what type of practice are you working towards? Precursor and asterisk, sorry for barking dogs, or babies that walk in or out, but hopefully we'll have a full hour of no interruptions. So again, if you're newer to my style of class, first of all, hi, I'm Erin. Secondly, we flow through kind of this dance of yoga. The beginning and the end of our practices are very yin style, slow moving, deeper stretch. The middle is always the work. And I always like to add in some core stretching too, or strengthening and stretching, but strengthening throughout the practice. So do what feels best to you, but we'll go ahead and get started. So let's bring ourselves into child's pose when you are ready. Knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching behind you. And then arms nice and long out in front. That's true child's pose. If you're looking for an upper back release today, maybe those arms are resting behind you. Just allow your forehead to come down onto the mat. Once your forehead is connected, then we're working the sits bones back towards your heels. And just starting the practice by finding your breath connection, feeling the rise and the fall. Using each exhale to let those hips sink closer towards your heels. Noticing the mind today, coming into a new month, November 1st, falling back, extra hour of sleep. How are we feeling today? Kicking off November with a new start, new mindsets, finding gratitude, finding that deeper connection with ourselves today. And we'll begin our practice with 3 rounds of that community breath. Let's begin with an exhale, empty the lungs, release. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling the lungs, filling the breath. And then long, gentle sigh out the mouth, release, let it go, hips closer towards those heels. We'll do that 2 more times. Deep breath in through the nose, fill up the lungs. Long, gentle sigh out the mouth, release. And last time through, deep breath in and long breath out. Come back to your natural breath. If your arms are behind you, let's start to reach those arms nice and long out in front. And then we'll get into our side body. So beginning to walk your hands over to the left side or left corner of your mat. You can always go beyond the mat here. If you want to go deeper into that right shoulder, we'll cross the right hand over your left. And then work your right hip back towards your heels, still lit. Your head drop down towards the mat. Or we are here for another breath. Then on your next inhale, let's come back to center and lengthen up again. Then we'll go ahead, walk the hands over to the left side, left corner of your mat. Or sorry, right side, right corner of your mat. Option to cross the left hand over your right. Work your left hip back towards your left heel. And again, still allow the head to drop down towards the floor. We're here for another moment. And with your next breath, come back to center and lengthen back up. Staying in your child's pose for one more round of breath, working those sit bones back towards your heels, taking an active child's pose by pressing your fingertips or palms to the mat. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, let's bring ourselves up to our tabletop, hands and knees, taking some gentle movement for us this morning. So swaying those hips, releasing tension in the neck, circling the head clockwise and counterclockwise, and maybe straightening out those legs behind you, starting to get into the calves, into the sole of the foot here. Again, movement for you. And after shaking it out for a breath, let's bring ourselves back to stillness in our tabletop. So working on spreading those fingers wide onto the mat, palms planted down. We're gazing down at the floor. We have a nice long straight spine here. Sorry, in advance again. And we'll flow through our cat and our cow pose. So when you're ready, on your next exhale, let's start to round your spine, come to cat, gaze more towards your belly, your knees here. And then on your inhale, come back through to cow, look up, bring those shoulder blades back and lift your sit bones. Again, exhale, round the spine, return to cat. And inhale, come through to cow. Let's go 2 more rounds just like that. Exhale. And inhale. And last time through, exhale. And inhale, looking up. We start to bring ourselves back to center in tabletop. Give yourself a little shake out. And we'll start to twist out the spine and the shoulders, the upper back through thread the needle. So on your next inhale, begin to reach your left hand to the sky, get nice and long. And then exhale, thread that left arm underneath your right shoulder and cheek, come onto the mat. So you want to drop your shoulder down, your chest almost working down towards the floor here. Now the option is always to stay as you are, or begin to walk that right hand nice and long, straightening out the right arm. You can stay here, or working on balance, where we balance on the left knee and left shoulder. You can straighten that right leg behind you, toes can stay on the mat. Finding a steady gazing spot. If you want to work your balance even more, we start to reach that right foot to the sky. And then if you're going full throttle today, right hand reaching up, or maybe dropping towards your low back. If you fall, we just come back, but we're here for another round of breath. On your exhale, start to lower your knee, lower your palm back down. And on an inhale, unthread. Left hand reaching high, and then slowly place it down onto the mat. Give your body a little shake out and we'll go to the other side. On your inhale, reach that right arm high. On your exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder and cheek onto the mat. So again, option to stay here, or begin to walk that left hand forward, straightening out the left arm. Left leg can start to extend behind you, toes resting on the mat. Or if you're working on the balance, finding your gazing spot, where you're staring at, reach that left foot high. Feeling pretty steady here. Going even more, reach the left hand to the sky, maybe drop it towards your low back. But wherever you are, stay for another round of breath, working on that core string. On your exhale, lower the knee, lower the palm. And on an inhale, reach right hand back to the sky. Release that right palm down. Let's get into that upper back, come into puppy dog pose. Begin to walk your hands forward. We start to drop our chest down towards the mat. Sit bones stay high in the sky. You can start by placing your forehead on the mat. And if you feel like you have more space this morning, maybe you place your chin on the mat and look forward. So you're feeling this release in the shoulders, the upper back. You might start to feel this in your low back, but we're always connecting, again, breath here to that release. With each exhale, allow that chest to drop down even further towards the mat. We'll stay another round of breath. And on your next inhale, start to come back up onto your palms. Return to tabletop and take a little movement here. All right, working on balance, working on core strength. We're gonna go on to opposite foot and opposite hand. Words today for me. So let's extend left hand forward, right foot extends back. So again, options, right toes can stay on the mat. We're gonna lift that right foot up in line with our hip. Kick out with that right heel. So you have a flexed foot here. We're looking down at the floor. That's our gazing spot. You have the option to stay, or we're going to work on core strengthening by exhaling, crunching your knee to your elbow. And then inhale, extend it back out. We're gonna do that again. Exhale, crunch. And inhale, lengthen. 2 more here. Exhale. And inhale. And last time through, exhale. And inhale. Now hold it here. Option to stay. We're gonna take it to the side. I'm just gonna switch it out so we can see. It looks like I'm the opposite side of you, but we're going left arm off to the side, right arm or right foot off to the side, and then inhale, bring it back to center, lengthen the body back out. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Exhale and inhale. 2, exhale and inhale. 1, exhale and inhale. If you can, stay here, and then maybe bend that right knee, bring your heel in towards the glute. Left hand comes around, grab for your foot, your ankle, your pants, and then start to reach or kick that right foot to the sky. Another round of breath. Exhale, release, lengthen. Lower the palm, lower the knee, take a little movement and shake it out. All right. Start to bring yourselves back to center, tabletop. We're gonna go to the other side. When you're ready, extend your right arm forward, left leg long behind you. So toes staying on the mat. We're gonna lift that left foot high in line with your hip. Stay here, gazing down at the floor, or we move into core work. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. 3 more, exhale. And inhale, 2, exhale. And inhale, 1 more time, exhale. And inhale, hold it. We're taking it to the side again. When you're ready, right hand to the right, left foot to the left. Inhale, back to center. Again, exhale and inhale. 2 more. Exhale and inhale. 1 more. Exhale and inhale. Hold it here. Option to stay or bend that back knee, heel in towards the glute. Right hand comes around to grab for the foot, ankles, pants. So to kick foot into your hand, reach it up to the sky. Another round of breath. Exhale, release, lengthen. Lower the palm, lower the knee. Sway it out and release. Perfect. Come back to center here. Tabletop. Let's flow into our first downward facing dog, going back to cat cow. So on your next exhale, again, round the spine, return to cat pose. On your inhale, look up, lift those sit bones, open your heart. And on this exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up to the sky, come to your downward facing dog. Take some movement for you this morning. Pedal out those legs, shake your head yes and no, kick a leg to the sky if you need it. Always the options to stay in tabletop. Otherwise, start to create that stillness in your downward facing dog. So let's take it back to the hands for a second. Spread those fingers wide. Plant the palms onto the mat. Now feel that energy from the palms. Press them in. Feel energy go into the shoulders, up through the sit bones. Your sit bones start to lift higher. Your ears are in between the arms here. We're looking at your toes or your knees. Take another breath on your next exhale. Lift those heels, come closer down towards the mat. Stay here. We're gonna flow through down dog body waves this morning, strengthening the core, going a little bit deeper into this downward facing dog. So if you're with me, on your next inhale, shift forward into your high plank. On your exhale, bend your knees, start to bring your hips back towards your heels. So options here, your knees can touch the mat or they're hovering. And then with your next breath in, lift those hips back to the sky, return to your downward facing dog. We go again. Inhale forward to a high plank. Exhale, bend those knees, sink your hips back. And then inhale, lift those hips high to the sky. Again, inhale forward, high plank. Exhale, bend those knees, sink your hips back. Inhale, hips high. 2 more. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, hips back. Inhale, hips to the sky. Final time. Breathe in, high plank. Exhale, bend the knees and hips back. And inhale, return to your downward facing dog. Hold it here, one more breath. And on your next exhale, we're gonna start to walk our hands back towards our feet. If you need to bend your knees, go for it here, but go slow. We're coming to our forward fold at the back edge of your mat. And as you come into this first forward fold today, maybe ragdoll feels good to you, grabbing opposite elbows, and we take that sway side to side. Maybe holding a twist to your right or left side feels good. Maybe just hanging into this forward fold is what's best for you. If you're taking movement, let's start to create some stillness. Release those hands to the floor, taking a gentle twist, bend into your right knee, right hand onto the mat, and then reach your left hand to the sky. So that left leg is staying straight here. Left hand can drop towards your low back, deepening that twist. Look up and over your left shoulder. That feels okay to you. Another round of breath. Inhale, left hand back high. Exhale, we fold. Let's switch it out. Bend into your left knee, left hand onto the mat. Inhale, reach your right hand to the sky. Staying here. Maybe drop that right hand towards your low back. If you want to, look up and over that right shoulder, twisting into the neck. Another breath. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, fold. With your next inhale, find your halfway lift. So that nice long spine here, hands resting on your shins, above your knees, or more advanced. Fingertips can barely be touching or hovering over the mat. But again, lengthen the spine. All the way from the tailbone through the crown of the head, we're reaching nice and long. Your core is working here. Press your navel in. Feel the back of the legs active. Lift your sit bones a little bit. Stay for another breath. And exhale, find that deep forward fold. One more time here. With your next inhale, we'll slowly make our way to standing. So start to come on up, reach those hands up to the sky. Maybe a little back bend feels good to you today. And on your exhale, palms touch, hands to heart. Take a breath. Let's bring awareness to our feet. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Spread your toes wide here and then let them plant down onto the mat. We'll get into our side body. With your inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Let's interlace our fingers and flip your palms up today. So bring awareness back to the shoulders. That colder weather is here. So we tend to bring those shoulders up to our ears when we're cold, but let's keep them down away from our ears today as we take these side bends. So take a breath in, and on your next exhale, reach up and over to your right. Just go slowly and pause for a moment. Then start to work left shoulder, left hip back. Keep pressing your palms out. Take another inhale. On this exhale, you go a little bit deeper. And then with your next breath in, come back to center. Again, pressing your palms to the sky. Stay here, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, start bending to your left. We're gonna pause. We're gonna work right shoulder, right hip back. Take another inhale. On this exhale, you go a little bit deeper. Stay for another breath. Inhale, come back to center. We go into a back bend here. So options are to interlace your fingers and keep your pointer fingers extended up. Straighten out those arms. Now, if you'd like to, you know you have low back pain or maybe you're not as strong there, you can place your hands onto your low back, that belt line. Fingers point down, elbows drawn towards each other. This is going to support your low back as we go into this back bend. So option. Otherwise, wherever you are, let's take a breath in, feel length, reach through the crown of the head. And on this exhale, start to either draw that line on the ceiling, hips come forward, head can drop back. Now, if you get into this, you're like, uh-oh, bad idea. Replant those hands onto your low back for support. Elbows together, head can drop back here. We're here for another round of breath. And then slowly with your inhale, let's come back up to center. Releasing your arms next to the body, coming to mountain pose. Let your eyes close here for a moment. Feel the connection into the feet. Maybe taking a circle or going clockwise, counterclockwise, feeling every part of the foot connected onto the mat. And then slowly come back to center. Eyes closed, stay for another round of breath. Take that deep inhale through the nose. Long, gentle sigh out the mouth. Then let's go ahead and flow with your next breath in. Open the eyes, reach those hands to the sky. On your exhale, start to fold forward. Go slowly and then gently round the spine. Your inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. So we're all at the back edge of our mat. We slowly start to walk our hands forward. Let's make our way to a high plank. Hold it here. Options. High plank isn't your thing. Maybe you're new to this. You can take it to the knees with the feet lifted. If your wrists are sensitive, we take it onto the forearms. And again, you can still be on the knees and on the forearms here if you'd like, or you can be in more of a low plank. But we've been here for a few moments, but let's stay for another breath. And on your next inhale, if you're on the toes, I'd like you to shift all the way forward to the tips of your toes. Again, option here to take it to the knees or slowly with your elbows pointing back. We're gonna come down to the mat, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Tops of the feet are flat here. Palms are planted. On your next inhale, start to lift your chest, but we're only going into this low cobra to start. So really press up the tops of the feet to the mat. We're looking down at the floor. Palms are planted, but a deep bend in the elbows. Utilize that low back strength. Stay for another breath. Exhale, come down. Place your right cheek on the mat. Hold it here. We're going again. Inhale, lift your chest. Low cobra, that deep bend in the elbows. Gazing down at the floor. Again, press the tops of the feet to the mat. With your next inhale, see if you can lift those palms off the floor. We're gonna lift up, lift that chest. Can you stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, left cheek on the mat. Stay here, palms are planted. We're gonna come into full cobra. On your next inhale, lift your chest. Slowly press your palms to the mat and lift your chest high. It's okay. Go ahead. I'll clean up in a second. Go back down. Okay, go downstairs. Sorry. Stay here if you're in full cobra. All right. Bye, buddy. And exhale, come back down. Let's make our way back to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, up and back, downward dog. Shake it out here. And then find stillness. All right, let's take it to our right side. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Reaching that heel up, toes down. Stay for a breath. Let's start to stack our hips this morning. Right hip on top of the left, heel in towards your glute. Gazing at the feet, gazing at your knees. Another round of breath. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot up and in between your hands. We're gonna see if we can stay here with that back knee off the mat for a second. On your next inhale, try to straighten your front leg as much as you can. You can keep a deep bend in the knee or a bend in the knee, but I'd like you to start to feel the stretch on the back side of your leg here. And on your next exhale, bend into that knee deeply again on that. Did I say right side? Right side? Sorry, guys. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And exhale, bend into the knee. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale, and last time through, inhale, and exhale, deep bend in the knee, stay here, and then we're gonna let that back knee come to the mat now. Top of the back foot's flat. On your next inhale, reach your hands to the sky. So if your front toes are missing, we walk that front foot forward, and on your next exhale, get deep into the hips here. Let them sink low. If you'd like to, you can bring your arms behind you and interlace your fingers. Start to draw your knuckles towards your heels. Take a little bit of a back bend. We're opening up our heart, our chest. Another round of breath. And then inhale, hands to the sky. Gentle twist this morning. Left hand down on the inside of your right foot. Reach your right hand high. Stay here if you feel like you'd like a deeper twist this morning. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Palms touch, elbow, shoulders stack. Press elbow to knee. Stack the palms, stack the elbows, stack the shoulders. Challenge your balance by tucking your left toes behind you, lifting your left knee off the mat. Stay here, another round of breath. On your exhale, if your knee is off the mat behind you, keep it there. Everyone, begin to release your hands down on either side of that left foot, or sorry, right foot. All right, if your knee is on the mat, we're gonna start to lift it. We're coming to a high lunge here. So we're on the toes, our back heel's lifted. We're gazing down at the floor, and with your next inhale, lift your chest, your belly. Fingertips are hovering over the mat here. Let's stay for another breath. And on your next inhale, reach those hands to the sky. We come to our high lunge. Awareness of that back leg. Try to straighten out the knee and then bring that back heel forward. Use your next exhale to sink into that front leg. Hands reaching to the sky. Stay here, another breath. On your next exhale, we're coming to warrior 2. So arms come shoulder height. We have heel to arch alignment. That left foot turns, the left toes facing the side of the room, but then straighten your right leg right away, coming to triangle. Start to reach your right hand forward, pull your left hip back, stay for another breath, and then simply tilt. Reach that left hand high, right hand resting onto the shin or above the knee. Maybe more advanced, right hand on the inside of the leg, but you want to feel that stretch right here, all through the inside of that right thigh. Left hand's the top of your triangle, it's reaching high, and you're gazing wherever feels best for your neck. So stay here for another breath. And then on your next inhale, come back up to warrior two. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your toes out, your heels in, and come into goddess or horse pose and sway those hips side to side. Now staying here for a moment. Bring yourselves back to center. We open to start. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, sink it back down. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, sink it down. Now go ahead and place the hands onto the knees. We're gonna take a bit of a twist here in our horse pose. I'd like you to take a breath in, reach up through the crown of the head. We still have the bend in the knees. And on your next exhale, twist to your right. So you're pressing your left hand to the inside of that left leg. You're pressing your right knee back. Shoulders start to rotate. Right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Your gaze can come over your right shoulder. Stay for a breath. Inhale, come back to center. Let's go to the opposite side. Exhale, twist to your left. That right arm starts to straighten. It presses into the right leg. Left hand to the left leg. We're opening up our hips. We're gazing over that left shoulder maybe. Twisting the neck, another breath. Inhale, come back to center. Hands to heart, stay here. Sway those hips a little bit lower. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open to start again. Exhale, bring it back, warrior two. Arms come shoulder height, deep on in that front knee. Let's flip our front palm. Reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Left hand resting on your back leg, maybe wrapping around that low back. Gaze up at the sky, at that back foot, whatever feels best. Another round of breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step that front foot back, high plank. Again, taking a variation that works best for you. Stay for another breath. On your next inhale, shift forward to the tips of the toes. And on your exhale, slowly come down to the belly. Tops of the feet go flat. You're doing what feels best to you here. So lift the chest, low cobra, full cobra, or upward facing dog where we press on the tops of the feet and we lift our thighs off the mat. Stay for another breath. And then however you'd like to get there, start to transition back to your downward facing dog. Give it a little shake out. All right, one side down, one side to go. Let's take it to the left. Inhale, left leg high. Heel up, toes down. Stay for a breath. Let's start to stack the hip. Left hip on top of the right. Awareness in our shoulders. Another breath here. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, slowly step left foot up in between the hands. We're gonna do that stretching, lengthening of that front leg. So on your inhale, straighten that left leg as much as you can. Back heels off the mat behind you. Exhale, bend again into that knee. We're gonna go 3 more times. Inhale, stretch it up. And exhale, sink. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, last time. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, deep into that front knee. Now we let that right knee touch behind us. Top of the right foot is flat. On your inhale, hands to the sky. How's that left foot? Can we create a little bit more space? Walk that left foot forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, go deep into the hips. Staying here, maybe those arms drop behind you. We interlace the fingers. We draw those knuckles back down towards the heels. Deeper back bend. You can gaze up here. Another breath. Inhale, back to center, both hands high. Take a twist. Exhale, right hand down to the inside of the foot. Left hand reaching to the sky. Staying here or deepening into the twist. Right elbow outside the knee. Palms press. Elbow, shoulders stack. So staying here, deep twist. Option to ramp it up. Tucking your back toes under. Lift that back knee off the mat. So you have to have those eyes steady on a gazing spot. Another round of breath. On your next exhale, if the knees off the mat, we're keeping it lifted. Release your hands down on either side of that left foot. So getting set for our high lunge. If you're not there yet, start to tuck those right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat. We're hovering here. Take a breath in. On your next exhale, chest, belly hovers off that left leg. Fingertips barely touching, hovering here. Another round of breath. Inhale, reach those hands high. Stay here, deep breath in. Deep exhale, power up that back leg, straighten it out. Bring that back heel forward, go deeper into your front knee. One more breath. Exhale, come to warrior two, heel to arch alignment, arms shoulder height. And then straighten your front leg. I'm just gonna shimmy the other way here. Coming in a triangle. Left hand reaching forward, right hip pulls back, and then we tilt. Left hand resting on shin above knee, right hand reaching to the sky. Your gaze, where is best for you and your neck this morning? Reach that right hand high. Again, you're feeling the stretch inside of the left leg. Another round of breath. On your next inhale, let's bring it back up. Warrior two. Hands to heart, toes out, heels in, sway those hips. We're back to horse or goddess pose. And then come to center. Let's open to star. Inhale, open up, reach those hands to the sky, slight back bend if you choose. Exhale, sink those hips low. We're gonna go one more time. Inhale, open, star, and exhale, sink it low. Taking that twist again, placing those hands down on the inside of the legs. Slowly, let's twist to your right. Again, left hand start to press to that left leg, start to straighten that left arm. We're gazing over our right shoulder. Another breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Gaze over your left shoulder. Another breath. Inhale, come back to center. Hands to heart. Sink those hips a little bit lower. Can you stay here again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, reach those hands to the sky, star pose. Exhale, bring it back, warrior two. Bending into your left knee, arms are shoulder height, gaze over your front fingertips. Start to flip that front palm, reach up and back, reverse your warrior, right hand resting on your leg or around your low back. Take a breath in, get a little bit deeper in that front knee. Take another breath in, can you reach that left hand further back? Final breath. Inhale to center, exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Step that front foot back. We're in our high plank. Hold it here. On your inhale, come forward to the tips of the toes. On your exhale, make your way down to the belly. Inhale, lift your chest, low cobra, full cobra, upward facing dog. And on your exhale, let's bring it back to our down dog. Shake it out. Nicely done. All right, my friends, we're coming to some core work. So you have the option to opt out of this, coming to child's pose, the way that we started our practice, where I'll give you options and variations here. We're gonna work into a high plank. We're gonna hold our high plank, but we're gonna add some other movement to it. So when you're ready, on your inhale, come forward, find that high plank again. If you need to, take it to the knees, feet lifted. If you need a low plank, come to the forearms for a little wrist break. Otherwise, we're in that high plank. Hold it here. Let's start to lift our right foot off the mat. Foot's hovering. And I'd like you to bring your right knee to your right elbow. So we're in high plank this entire time. We're not coming to downward dog. Start to straighten that right leg behind you. Exhale, right knee to the midline of the nose, crunching in tight. Inhale, right leg behind you. Exhale, cross it, right knee, left elbow, foot hovers off the mat. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, release that right foot down. We're still in high plank. I know it burns so good. So if you need to come to down dog, child's pose, knees to the mat, take it. Otherwise, challenge yourself and stay with me. We're going to the left side. Left foot hovers off the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend that leg behind you. Again, exhale, left knee to the midline of the nose. Inhale, extend that leg behind you. Exhale, cross it, left knee, right elbow, foot hovers off the mat. Inhale, extend that leg behind you. Exhale, release the foot down. Hold this high plank. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose or active recovery and downward facing dog. Now, if you need an upper back release, again, your arms can come behind you here in child's pose. Maybe stack your palms on top of one another on your low back, working sit bones towards the heels. Find that full breath in, long breath out, staying here. Deep inhale, And long exhale, another round of breath. Awesome work. And with your next inhale, if you're in child's pose, let's start to transition back to tabletop or downward facing dog. We're making our way to Malasana at the front edge of our mat. So really getting into our hips today. So when you're ready, we look up at our hands, step, walk, or jump your feet to the outside of your hands here, and then sink your sit bones down towards the ground. Hands to heart center if you can. Elbows, if they're on the inside of the knees, press those knees apart. Lift up from the crown of the head. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. And you can kind of sway your hips a little bit side to side to get you there. And then let those sit bones sink low. So you might be much higher than what I'm showing, or you're lower than what I'm showing. Either way, the focus is sit bones coming down to the ground. One by one, my dogs and my kids are making their way in today. Bella and my pups up next. So let's stay here, sit bones low. Deep breath in. Deep breath out.
All right, bye.
Another round of breath. And on your exhale, palms to the mat, lift your sit bones high. Come to your downward facing dog. Sorry, forward fold. Sorry, just fixing something here. All right, forward fold. And shake it out. Bend one knee and the other. Take rag dog, grabbing opposite elbows, that gentle sway side to side. And then come back to center, deep forward fold here. Your next inhale, find your halfway lift. On your exhale, we fold. And inhale, let's make our way all the way to standing. Reach those arms up and overhead, slight back bend if that feels good to you. And then exhale, palms touch, hands to heart. Take a breath here. All right, we're flowing just one more time through this sequence, and then we're getting into that more restorative practice. So take another round of breath. And here we go. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky, get nice and long and tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Stay for a moment. And exhale, fold. Plant those hands, step it back. You're in your high plank. Options, again, come right to downward dog. Tabletop if you need it. Otherwise, we flow. Inhale forward to the tips of your toes. Exhale, come down to the belly. Your next breath, inhale, lift your chest. Low cobra, full cobra, upward facing dog. And on your next exhale, transition it back, downward dog. Hold it here, shake it out. Again, tabletop if you need a little breather today. Let's get to that right side. Last time here, inhale, right foot to the sky. 3-leg downward dog. Hold it. Start to stack those hips. Right hip on top of the left. Awareness in those shoulders. You can bend the right knee, not a necessity, just an option. Another breath. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, slowly step right foot up. In between those hands, one hand on either side of the right foot. Getting set up here. Back knees off the mat. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And exhale, bend into the knee again. We go 3 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale, 2, inhale. And exhale, 1 more, inhale. And exhale, stay here, gentle twist. Keep the back knee off the mat today, or this time, sorry. Left hand to the inside of the foot, right hand to the sky. So we're going a little differently than the first round. Option to stay here or elbow to the outside of the knees, palms touch, elbows and shoulders stack. Stay here, another breath. On your next exhale, release those hands down either side of the front foot. We start to hover. Inhale, chest, belly, hovering over that front leg. Fingertips hovering off the mat. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky, high lunge. Back leg, power it up. Back heel forward, deeper into your front knee. Another breath here. Exhale, challenge your balance. This time, gaze up at the sky, cactus arms. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, warrior 2, heel to arch alignment, arms shoulder height. Stay here, take a breath. Keeping the legs. Flip that front palm this time. Reach up and back, reverse the warrior. Stay for another breath. Inhale, come back to center. Hands to heart, toes out, heels in. Sway those hips side to side. Back to horse, back to goddess. Then return to center, deep bend in the knees. Inhale, open to star. Exhale, sink it back down. And inhale, open. Exhale, sink it down, and we stay shoulders back, sit bones low. Hold it here. We're going to pulse it out. Right heel off the mat, 4 pulses. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. 3, inhale. And exhale, 2, inhale. And exhale, one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink it down. Right heel down, left heel up. 4 more. Inhale. And exhale, 3, inhale. And exhale, 2, inhale. And exhale, one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Either both heels on the mat or both heels lifted. We're just working on balance here. Sit bones are low. Keep it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels to the mat. Open to start. Take a breath. Woohoo. Exhale, bring it back. Warrior 2. Bend into that front knee. Flip that front palm again. Reach up and back. Reverse the warrior. Another breath here. Inhale, back to center. Cartwheel your hands down. Step that front foot. Oh my gosh, we're front foot back to high plank. Come to down dog or tabletop. Otherwise, you're flowing with me. Inhale forward to the tips of the toes. Exhale, come down to the belly. Your inhale, lift your chest. Low cobra, full cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, bring it on back, down dog. Give it a shake out. One more time, one more side here. Then we get into that more restorative practice. Take another breath. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Find length, find height. Start to stack that heel. Oh my God. Hip. Left hip on top of the right. Shoulders parallel. Another breath. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, slowly step left foot up. In between the hands. Back knees off the mat if you can do it. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And exhale, bend back into the knee. We go 3 more. Inhale. And exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale, deep bend in that knee. We take our twist. Right hand to the inside of the foot. Left hand reaching to the sky. Keeping that back knee off the mat if you can. If you like that deeper twist, right elbow outside of the left knee. Palms touch. Elbow, shoulder stack. Stay here, another breath. Exhale, release the hands down either side of the front foot. Find that gazing spot. Inhale, lift your chest, your belly, fingers hovering off the mat. Inhale, hands to the sky, your high lunge. Power it up, back leg, straighten it. Back heel forward. Exhale, deeper into that front knee. Another round of breath. Challenge your balance. Exhale, gaze up, cactus arms. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, warrior 2. Just flip-flopping sides here. All right, get set up. Let's flip that front palm. Reach up and back. Reverse our warrior. Stay for a moment. Go deeper into that front knee. Find a little bit more space. Another breath. On your next inhale, come back up. Warrior 2. Hold it here. Bring your hands to heart. Toes out, heels in. Sway your hips side to side. Back to horse, back to goddess. Last time here. Come back to center. Inhale, open, star pose. Exhale, sink it low. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, stay. Hips are low. Knees pressing apart. We're going for those pulses again. Right heel off the mat 4 times through. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink it down. 3, inhale. And exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale, switch. Right heel down, left heel up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. 3. Inhale. And exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale, both heels up or both heels down. 4 more pulses. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink it. 3. Inhale. And exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Heels on or off the mat. Final hover for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels to the mat. Open to star. Woo-wee. Exhale, warrior 2. Heel to arch. Bend back into that front knee. Flip that front palm again. Reach up and back. Reverse the warrior. Inhale to center. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step that front foot back. High plank, flow with me. Inhale to the tips of the toes. Exhale, come down to the belly. Inhale, lift your chest, low cobra, full cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale. Bring it on back to downward dog. Shake it out. Find that stillness. Last time here of core work, then we're in that restorative practice. So if you need to, take it to your knees, take it to child's pose if you're opting out. Otherwise, again, forward, high plank. Stay here. Or right foot, lift it, hover off the mat. We're staying in high plank. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen the leg behind you. Exhale, right knee to the midline of the nose. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, cross it, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. We're adding on here 2 push-ups. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. One more time. Exhale. And inhale, high plank, hold it. Left side. Inhale, left foot off the mat. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale to the midline of the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cross it, hold it, hover. Inhale, extend, release the foot down. 2 more push-ups. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. One more time. Exhale. And inhale, hold this high plank. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Knees wide. Big toes touch. Hips back towards your heels. Forehead down to the mat. Releasing. Recovering. Arms can be behind you if you'd like. Again, upper back and shoulder release. If you'd like to take any other movement while we're in child's pose, feel free. So maybe you need to get in those shoulders again. So you're taking a variation of thread the needle while in child's pose, threading one arm underneath the other. Maybe you want to walk those hands off to one side and the other side of the mat, getting into the side body. Just take a little movement for you here. Another breath. And then your next inhale, let's go ahead and start making our way up to tabletop. We're gonna go into pigeon pose today. So option to go from downward dog, but I'm gonna demonstrate it from tabletop because it's easier to get into. So when you're ready, right knee to the outside of your right wrist, legs on the mat, and then behind you, that left leg, start to walk it nice and long. So it's nice and flat, top of the left foot is flat behind you. Help your front shin out on that right side. Grab your right foot. Make your shin more parallel to the front of your mat. Does not have to be perfect. Now, since we're all home, you can slide pillows maybe or books underneath your right hip for a little support. Otherwise, from here, lengthen up. And on your exhale, start to walk your hands forward and we slowly start to fold. Forehead down to the mat or stack your forearms for your forehead to rest on. So, pigeon pose. My most favorite, least favorite posture. Most favorite because it's the best stretch I feel like you can get. My least favorite is because it hurts so good. But just notice where you're feeling this, the emotions that come along with the release, maybe the stories that you start to tell yourself or reflect on. And just follow the breath. Allow yourself to really sink into the posture with each exhale. Notice if you're holding your body up, are you really letting yourself get into the release of the pose? Are you holding yourself back? Staying here for a few more moments. And on your next inhale, let's start to bring ourselves up back onto our palms. So stay here, still working in pigeon. Chest is open, heart's open. Now you have the option to just stay, continue to work into the stretch. Or bend your left knee, bring your heel in towards the glute and maybe grab for the left foot with your left hand. You can grab for the top of the foot and start to reach the left elbow to the sky, bring the heel in closer, and then work your shoulders. So your left shoulder is coming forward, right shoulder is coming back. Stay for another breath. Exhale, begin to slowly release the foot if you have it. And then begin to make your way back to tabletop or downward facing dog. Give your body a little shake out. Doo-doo-doo. And then to tabletop or downward dog, we go to the opposite side. Left knee outside of our left wrist. Walk the right foot nice and long behind you. Top of the right foot is flat. Let's help that front shin out again. Grab your foot, making that shin a little bit more parallel to the front of your mat. Take a breath in here. If you have blocks, books, pillows, you can slide underneath your left hip. And then slowly begin to walk your hands out, coming into this forward fold. Again, forehead resting down towards the mat. Feeling this release into the low back, the glute, the IT band. Notice the difference of one side to the other. Is one really talking to you here? Something I've been a little less mindful of recently. If you find that you have pain, numbness, or tingling as you go into this posture, come onto your back and do the more supported release, which is if you're going onto your back, you're just crossing the ankle that would be in front that we fold forward on. So right now, left side, left ankle on top of right knee. And this is the same release, more gentle on the body, but listen to your body. And you might need to go into that on one side and not the other. So sorry I didn't bring it up on the other side, but moving forward, if you need that, take it to your back always. You need to meet your body where it is. Obviously, we're trying to stretch. So there's a difference of pain and stretching. And I feel like as adults, we're pretty familiar with that, but we're releasing. We're not trying to force anything. So if it feels like you're forcing it, create some support for your body. We're going to stay here for another breath. And then slowly come up onto your palms. Let's stay here for a moment. If you want to go into the back leg, bend your back knee, heel in towards the glute. Right hand, come around, grab for the foot, your pants, your ankle, maybe the top of the foot, bending that right elbow, reaching it to the sky. Left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Another breath. And then on your exhale, slowly release the right foot down. And again, return to tabletop or downward facing dog. If you are in down dog, come to tabletop. And then we're going to end our class with a seated twist today. So go ahead and take a seat. Extend your legs nice and long in front of you. Give them a little shake out, a little movement if you need. And then we'll start by bringing your right heel in towards your glute, staying here, or we'll take that right foot and cross it on top of the left. If Gomukhasana is part of your practice, feel free to take that leg variation. But from here, right hand comes behind you, plant it onto the mat, lift up from the top of the head. On your next inhale, reach your left hand to the sky. You have two variations here. On your exhale, either hug left knee into the chest. When you do this, you're really going to feel that release onto the IT band and wrap around into that glute. Or if you want more spine, upper back release, bring that left elbow to the outside of your knee and press elbow to knee, knee back into elbow as you twist over to that right side, looking over your right shoulder. Even if you've hugged the knee into chest, take that gaze over your right shoulder as well. Keep the chest lifted, heart lifted. Allow the eyes to close, and with each exhale, deepen the twist for your body. Staying here, deep inhale, we lengthen. On that exhale, we find the release, another round of breath. And on your next inhale, let's come back to center, release the arms, slowly release the legs and give it a little shake out. We'll go ahead to the left side. Bend your left knee, heel in towards the glute. Staying here. Or cross left foot over the right leg. Stay here, and that left hand comes behind you. Wherever you are, that's our kickstand arm. It helps lift our chest high. With your next inhale, right hand to the sky and take your variation. On your exhale, hug your left knee, in towards your chest. Or bring right elbow to the outside of your left knee, getting more into that upper back. With your inhale, lift up. On your exhale, wherever you are, start to gaze over that left shoulder, closing the eyes. Follow your breath, each exhale going deeper into the twist, deeper into this release. final moment. And with your next exhale, start to take your gaze forward again. Unravel the arms, unravel those legs, and shake it out. All right, coming onto our back. So extending those legs long, extending the arms, using our core on your exhale. Start to round the spine. We come down with support, with strength, vertebrae by vertebrae onto our back. Once we get there, hug those knees into the chest. Take some movement, rock it out, sway side to side. Happy baby if you need that. Bring those arms in between the legs. You grab for the outside of your calves, your ankles, or your feet. Knees down on either side of the body. And I always like to recommend starting without movement if you're going into happy baby. So really focusing on the length of the spine, working the tailbone down, shoulder blades onto the mat. We're pressing the feet up, but we're also pushing them back down. So those knees are deep on the outside of the body. And you can rock or sway side to side. Maybe playing around by straightening one leg, the other, or both, bringing those legs together, whatever works and feels best to you here. And then with your next breath, let's hug those knees in towards your chest, creating a tight ball with your inhale, bringing your forehead up to meet your knees. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, begin to release everything to the mat, straightening those legs, releasing the arms next side of the body, palms facing up. If you feel like your mind is still all over the place, you're going to those final to-dos for the weekend or the week ahead, let your hands rest on your belly to just bring that mindfulness back to the breath. So working into meditation, those moments of stillness and quiet, where we're working on emptying the mind to find that deeper, truer connection and truer meaning of our true self. With the hands on the belly, if we have that nonstop kind of wandering mind, it helps us to focus on just the breath. So yes, we're working to think or have a mind of emptiness, of nothing. But if that's difficult, especially if you're newer to meditation, bring the focus to just one thing, and that one thing being your breath. So feeling the rise and the fall, noticing the length of the inhale and exhale. If thoughts keep entering the mind, imagining with the exhale, we're releasing them or letting them go. And as we come into the new week, we come into the new month, take a moment to find gratitude in this month focused around gratitude. In this time of the year that's focused around celebrations of family, of friends, of things to be thankful for. Allow that point of gratitude to be the anchor, the reminder of your day, of your week, to help bring light and happiness, to guide you through the dark and challenging times. There's always something to be grateful for. So as we take this next breath together, helping us to empty the mind, the heart, the soul of anything still hanging on to us, that negativity. And with our inhale, breathing in that point of gratitude, filling the mind, the heart, the soul with that daily reminder of love and compassion. So we start with an exhale, empty your lungs. Take your deep breath in through your nose, filling the breath, filling the heart, filling the mind with that point of gratitude. We hold the breath and gentle sigh out the mouth, releasing anything not serving us, allowing us to find that deeper connection to our true self as we come into our final Shavasana. Slowly bring it back to the breath, feeling the rise and the fall, creating gentle movement by wiggling fingers and toes. And if it feels good to you, reach those arms up and overhead, find that full body stretch, full body lengthening. And then we'll slowly come onto your right or your left side into a fetal position. Allow your head to rest onto your arm, staying for another breath. And with your next inhale, begin to make your way to a comfortable seat facing the front edge of your mat or towards me. Ending our practice here, finding that length in the spine as you find your seat, allowing your hands to rest on your legs, palms facing down for grounding, or palms resting face up for energy, and then let your eyes close. Coming back to that point of gratitude, that anchor in the day, in the week, in this month of thankfulness. Let's go ahead and end our practice, filling again the heart, the mind, the soul with that anchor for you this day, this week, and this month. We begin with an exhale, emptying the lungs. Take that deep inhale through the nose, fill the body with gratitude. Hold the breath at the top, and then deep exhale, release, sigh out the mouth, let it go. Feeling lighter, feeling more at peace, and finding that deeper connection to ourselves. We end our practice by bringing our palms to meet at heart center. The light in me truly honors, respects, and truly appreciates the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in our Sunday Vinyasa flow. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be back next week on Sunday, same time, same place. And yeah, enjoy your week. Happy November, and have a great rest of your day. Oh. Welcome, Donna. Have a good one.